Being the only child of my mother and father, this monument was very important to us, coming up with the right concept and idea. In fact, it took us 5 years after my mother's death to finally come up with the right thing. It was very important because my father never had a grave marker because he died in '43 on the Russian front. He was a German officer drafted in the army, and then he and all his brothers, no one came back. So for many years, I was the only name carrier after my grandfather passed away. And so to have a monument sort of with the Peine name was very important to us. And came to this country with my mother. She was a very, very unique woman. I feel it was a privilege to be raised by her. I mean, she was more than mom and dad all combined. And she left a legacy for her grandchildren, and every time we go up to the cemetery and visit the grave, it's sort of like just a wonderful reminder. In a sense, it's really a marker for both of them.
So he has come to rest by her, at least in our minds, and also the time when, the date of when they were sealed in the temple, and we did that work together, which was really a moving time for us.
And we've never doubted that we did her dishonor with the marker that we made for her.
It's kind of an intimidating idea to find someone you can work with to do something that's so sensitive as to find a monument for your loved one. And I had never done it before, and so going into different places felt a little different, and I didn't really feel like talking to any of the other owners. But with Ken, it was totally different. It was so relaxing, and they were so accommodating. Immediately, there's a real openness, and whatever you want, he let you choose and describe the feeling, which is difficult to do. He's a real artist. He's a real artist at what he does. He can sense what you want, and he's very flexible. He's not trying to sell you a specific thing. He's asking you, what is in your dream or in your mind of what you want to come to? And that's a real different attitude, I think. We did want a vertical one, and I didn't want it to be too much. I didn't want it to be ostentatious. I also wanted it to seem like it was European, like there was an old world feel to it, and also a classical look to it, as opposed to something trendy or flashy, and that suited her. And I felt when I was looking through books when I went to Walker Monument, and they were close, and he said, just a minute, come out back. And he was working on one that he was going to ship out, I believe, that day to Wyoming, and it was the perfect thing. I said, where did you get that design, the kind of the braided chain looking incised design around it? And he says, well, to tell you the truth, it's from I saw it on the tent in Lord of the Rings movie of the war, you know, the war troops or something. And I said, I don't care where it's from, it's perfect. Can you make me one like that? And he said, I absolutely will. This is what she's like. She is enduring. She had incredible character, incredible honor and dignity in her life. And it felt like her. And as soon as Herman saw it, he agreed. And it was really fun to have found the right thing after all I had looked at. He's a real gifted man. And I think everyone who went in there with an idea, he would be able to manifest it for you, to work it out so that you would get what you wanted.